Sometimes in design, we don't want to do what everybody else does. Cookie cutter is not your jam. Today's video is for you. Today, I'm going to go over 7 unique interior design styles that you can enjoy, get inspired from, and I'll give you a little bit of information. For some of these styles, I've done dedicated videos to them, which will give you even more information. This is just your snapshot to see if you'll like it. And if I have done a video, I'll link them below for you. However, if there is one that I talk about that I don't have a dedicated video on and you would like to see one dedicated to it, comment below and let me know which one. So the first unique interior style that we're going to cover is steampunk. Yes, I have done a whole video on this, but today we're just getting your creative thoughts going, getting some inspiration, and this one is a good one. Inspired by Victorian era machinery and science fiction, it blends industrial elements, so think gears and pipes, with ornate details like brass and copper. It really creates a fantastical and adventurous atmosphere. I love how you can incorporate vintage furniture with a really retro, futuristic twist to it. And it incorporates a lot of rich color palettes, including deep browns, metallics, and steely blues. You'll often find in the steampunk look that you'll have repurposed or upcycled materials for an exceptionally unique look. I really love steampunk. You have no idea. I just love it. I did a whole video on it. It'll be listed below, as I mentioned. Just a brief pause here. If you're enjoying the content, please hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you. Art Nouveau. This is a beautiful, unique style. It's just a beautiful and feminine and just absolutely just pretty. It's a pretty style and it's unique because it is one that you may love or you may hate. I don't know, but it's a beautiful one and I would love to hear some thoughts on this one. So Art Nouveau is an artistic movement from the late 19th and early 20th centuries. It's characterized by its intricate organic designs and flowing curvilinear lines. It's very much inspired by nature. You'll often see motifs such as flowers, vines, and insects incorporated throughout the interior. And you'll often see it applied to architectural elements, furniture, and even decorative pieces. When you're thinking about bringing Art Nouveau into your space, you want to incorporate stained glass, mosaic, and other decorative techniques. And also, from a color standpoint, you really want to think about pastels and jewel-toned color palettes. So here's a fun one, tropical modernism. I don't know where I find these things. Combining modern design with tropical elements, this style features open spaces, natural light, and lush vegetation. It blurs the lines between the indoors and outdoors, and I am all here for an outdoor moment. But I live in Canada, so it's very short. With our tropical modernism, it combines modern design with tropical elements. It really focuses on open, airy spaces with a seamless transition between indoors and outdoors. It's going to utilize natural materials, so think bamboo, rattan, and teaks. And also, you really want to maximize as much natural light through large windows and skylights, of course, if possible. You want to incorporate lush indoor plants and vibrant tropical patterns throughout your interior space. It really needs to create a sense of relaxation with a connection to nature. So something that I haven't really done on this channel is talk too much about my own business. I know I let you guys know a couple years ago that I branched out and did start my own firm. Now I have a favor to ask of you guys. I am looking to expand my portfolio. So my primary clients seem to land in a couple different buckets. I do get a lot of corporate clients where we're fully renovating or changing up their office space. However, I do get a lot that are looking for space utilization plans. I find with the new hybrid working models, that's been a really big area of expansion. Basically just thinking about how do we take this space that's really not utilized efficiently anymore because of the changing work environment, and how do we utilize it better? Those are great projects that I can do for anybody across North America because really all I need is a CAD drawing or a good quality PDF, and then we can do space planning together remotely. So if you or someone you know has spaces that you need to take a look at, whether it's from interior design, space planning, space utilization, or even furniture procurement. So I'm going to leave a link to my website so you can see some of the type of work that I do, some of the different projects that I've worked on, and also a link for my email that you can reach out and we can set up an appointment, or forward it to somebody else and we'll set up an appointment. Okay, this one, I could get behind this one. I think the boho in me really gravitates towards this one, and that is Eclectic Vintage. So Eclectic Vintage is mixing various vintage pieces from different eras and styles. This approach creates a very eclectic and personal space, and the entire point of this one is to tell a unique story. I love bringing in interesting pieces that you guys can sit around and talk about to really create not just an interior space, but a personal story. When we're thinking about eclectic vintage, we want to mix various vintage pieces from different eras and styles. So you really want to create a unique, personalized space with a diverse aesthetic. So you want to combine antique and retro elements with contemporary design, and you really want to celebrate nostalgia, but also individuality. So you want to think about blending patterns and textures and colors for a visually engaging look. Oftentimes, when you're doing an eclectic vintage interior, you really want to tell the story of you, the homeowner, your interests and your experiences. I don't know if this one's so unique or they're just using a unique name when I was kind of trying to find something a little different, and it's called Urban Jungle. I'm going to tell you what it means, but I'm going to tell you what I think. So the Urban Jungle style focuses on bringing nature indoors. This style involves incorporating abundant indoor plants, natural textures, and earthy tones for a lush and refreshing ambiance. I'm sorry, but this is just boho. This is boho, and I love boho. So yes, but I don't. Urban Jungle comes up with this stuff, but I'm talking about it, so I like the name. It's fun. Change up the name, keep the style the same. It's boho. Okay, this I do love. The Gothic movement, the Gothic Revival. I think this is a really beautiful and bold interior style. So this is influenced by medieval architecture, and it features dramatic arches, intricate carvings, and dark, rich colors. It really does evoke a sense of mystery and grandeur to it. It incorporates dramatic ornament detailing in your furniture and your decor, and it also utilizes dark, rich colors. So think of deep reds and purples and blacks. What I really love about the Gothic Revival is a lot of the detailing that you will find in its architectural elements. So something to think about if you're trying to incorporate this in your space. It often also includes stained glass and a lot of religious symbolism, as the Gothic Revival had a lot to do with the churches of that time. And this one I have touched on. It's still light on information and probably images. I'm hoping there's more as maybe it gains some popularity. I don't think it's really going to, though. That's just my personal opinion. It's not my favorite, but it's unique. And that's what this video is about. And that is cyberpunk interiors. Cyberpunk is inspired by futuristic and dystopian visions of technology. It blends high-tech elements with urban and industrial aesthetics. It's a really, really unique style. It incorporates things like your neon lighting, metallic surfaces, and a lot of glass features. It creates an edgy and avant-garde atmosphere. Cyberpunk often features a really dark color palette with the neon accents and bold contrasts to really make it stand out. I found these really interesting and unique, but there's still one that didn't make the list, and I think you should check that one out next. Go over here and check out my Memphis interior design style to see a really interesting design style. And don't forget, I've linked the others below. Bye. Bye! I love these spaces. It is pouring rain outside. And that just started. I don't know if you can even see that. Oh my goodness, it is a storm. Okay, let's keep going.